Happy Thanksgiving to all of you watching who are celebrating today. And even if you're not celebrating here in the US, the end of the year is a great time to step back, to reflect on the last 12 months, and to come up with a game plan for what you want to do and where you want to go in the year to come. And on that note, I know a lot of you watching have big goals for 2021, and many of these goals are job related and around how you'll land your first or next role in the real estate industry in the upcoming year. And with January less than 45 days away at this point, now is the time to start dusting off your resume and the time to start incorporating the things you've done and the skills you've learned in 2020 and who you are as a real estate professional today heading into the new year. So in this video, to help out with tightening things up, what we're going to do is run through a year-end resume tune-up process that you can use to incorporate everything you've done in 2020 into your resume to make yourself the most attractive candidate for the roles you're shooting for in 2021. Hey, this is Justin from BreakIntoCRE.com, and if you're new here, on this channel we talk about real estate investing careers and real estate investment analysis. So if you're looking to break into the industry or do your first or next commercial real estate deal, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos as soon as they're released. So a lot can happen in 12 months, and like no other year in recent history, 2020 has definitely shown us that. But on a personal note, outside of anything that has gone on in the economy as a whole, your own career experience, your real estate related skill sets, and your professional goals as a whole can change a lot in one year. And even though so many things have likely changed for you since January, chances are if you've been busy with work, school, or both like most people with so much going on day to day, those changes probably haven't made it into your resume yet. But as things start to slow down as we head into the holidays, now is a great time to step back, reflect, and to think about what you've done over the last year and then package that experience and those skill sets into clear, concise points on your resume that will directly help you stand out and land the next role you're looking for. So in this video, what we're going to do today is walk through 4 resume tune-up points that you should be focusing on at the end of the year and the things you might want to add in your own resume for each. So first on this list, and probably most importantly if you're still in school right now, is to make sure to add any technical skill sets that you've built over the past year and proof of your abilities in those areas if possible. So this would include adding things like Excel or Argus certifications you've received over the last year, a new real estate license for your specific state or jurisdiction, or any coursework you've successfully completed that's directly related to the roles you're targeting. Most people who are hiring for an analyst or an associate position in the real estate industry are going to be looking for someone with a really strong technical foundation, so coursework like the real estate financial modeling courses included in Break Into CRE Academy on acquisition and development pro forma modeling, equity waterfall modeling, and modeling commercial real estate leases would all be great additions to a resume. Relevant college coursework you've taken during the year, like a negotiations course, a real estate finance course, or anything else related to the roles you're applying for specifically, would also be appropriate for these additions as well. What you're really looking for here are the things you've done over the year that would make an employer believe you would require minimal training and handholding on basic tasks, you could bring a unique skill set to the table that the firm might not have currently, and most importantly, you would be able to produce accurate, quality work quickly and efficiently as soon as you were hired. Now, once you've added any new skills, certifications, or coursework, the next thing I'd recommend as part of your year-end resume tune-up is making sure to add any sort of measurable results you've achieved throughout the year. So if you're working in the real estate industry right now, this is the time to look back on the past 12 months and write down any quantifiable successes that you've had and the details of those successes as well. So this can include things like any closed acquisitions you worked on during the year, any development, renovation, or repositioning projects you completed, or deals you managed which were sold, and the return metrics associated with those deals if possible. And if you're in school, this is the time to look back throughout the year and add any significant real estate related projects you worked on, any case study competitions you competed in, or even any real estate specific research articles you authored throughout the year as well. As with in any industry, real estate employers are looking for people who have a proven track record of success, and even if that track record isn't directly related to the real estate space just yet, the more you can show you've achieved measurable results in the past, regardless of the industry that was in, the more your resume is really going to pop from the rest of the pack when compared to your competition. Now, once you've added your successes throughout the year and your new skill sets, from there, the next thing I'd recommend is to update your summary section on your resume to reflect who you are currently as a real estate professional at the end of 2020 and where you want to go in the future in 2021 and beyond. This means that if you've significantly improved your Excel skill set throughout the year and you feel confident in your modeling abilities at this stage in the game, this is the time to add language referring to that in your summary headline that recruiters and hiring managers are going to see first when they start scanning your application for a role you apply for. Even adding something as simple as real estate professional with strong analytical skill set in Argus and Excel would be appropriate here and would immediately start your resume off with two keywords real estate employers are looking for most in analyst and associate candidates right now. And aside from just talking through who you are as a professional today at the end of the year, this is also a great time to reevaluate where you want to go next in the industry and to modify your summary section on your resume to reflect that as well. This means that if you know you're shooting for an acquisitions role in the multifamily sector next, now is the time to start adjusting your summary section to show you have both the skill sets and the experience necessary to add value in a multifamily acquisitions analyst or associate role, and to show your commitment to the multifamily sector of the industry long term. And if your goal is to work in asset management on industrial deals, for example, this is the time to adjust your summary section to show your experience in and knowledge of asset management specifically and the industrial product type as a whole, and to clearly and concisely demonstrate how you could step into a role like this and add value from day one. The goal here is to present yourself as that perfect fit that a company would be looking for when they create the job description in the first place by giving a quick 1 to 2 sentence synopsis of how you would summarize yourself as a real estate professional today and where you're looking to take your career in the future. And then finally, once you've added your new skill sets, the measurable results you've achieved, and updated your summary section accordingly, the last thing I'd recommend here in your tune-up doesn't always end up in your resume immediately, but this is to track the total transaction volume you've worked on throughout the entire year. If you take a look at the bios of any top executives or entrepreneurs in the real estate space, there's one thing that you'll find in common among almost all of them, and that is that they all include the total deal volume that that person has worked on and or the amount of capital or real estate they've managed throughout their career. It might seem like everything you've done up to this point is easy to remember right now, especially if you're only a few years into your career, but once the years start passing by and you've been in the industry for a while, things are going to start getting a little bit fuzzy regarding all of the details of all of the transaction you've worked on and the aggregate value of the deals you worked on as well. And even if you don't decide to add this to your resume immediately, you'll want to have the data there for when you do need or want it, whenever that might be. So if you worked in acquisitions or brokerage this year, this means logging each individual closed transaction you worked on, the location of each deal, the product type of each transaction, the square footage or number of multifamily units on each deal, and the total monetary value of each property as well. And if you worked in asset management this year, you may want to track things like the total square footage or number of multifamily units you managed, any sort of percentage increase in NOI you facilitated throughout the year on each property you managed, individual property performance compared to budgeted figures, or the number of new commercial leases you negotiated and signed and the tenants you negotiated those leases with. As you know already, I'm a big fan of Excel, and this is a great software to use to track your progress over the years. But if you're worried about losing the data you have in an Excel file or getting it buried somewhere in your computer, never to be found again, using something free and stored in the cloud like Google Sheets is a great way to keep this all in one place and easily accessible, ready to be updated each year as time goes by. Now, all of these things are helpful in updating your resume and preparing for applications heading into the new year. But if you want to take things a step further, an extra pro tip here is to wrap up your end of year resume tune-up by using the holidays coming up as a reason to check in with some of your mentors and more successful contacts in the industry, and take this as an opportunity to refresh that relationship in the process. Especially if you're still in school, now is a great time to fire off a few emails to some of your trusted advisors in the industry, wishing them well heading into the new year and giving them an update on what you've been working on throughout the year and where you're looking to go next from a career perspective. Depending on your relationship with each person, you may even ask them if they'd be willing to take a quick look at your updated resume because you value their opinion and their industry expertise. And this not only gets an extra set of eyes on your resume, but it also gets that resume in the hands of people that are experienced and connected real estate professionals who are now going to have you as top of mind for when opportunities arise, either at their firm or at a firm of one of their peers. And now is the time that you really want to be top of mind for any opportunities that might come up because January really tends to be the time when companies start to ramp up hiring in the new year. And these people will likely know of opportunities before they're even posted on job boards online. So overall, now is a great time to tighten up your resume by doing the things we talked about in this video. And if you're trying to break into the industry and land a new role in 2021 and know you need to fill in some gaps in your technical skill sets before hiring season starts to ramp up, as always, make sure to check out Break Into CRE Academy, which is going to give you instant access to 19 courses on real estate financial modeling and analysis, dozens of Excel training files and practice interview exams, and even resume templates and networking trackers to help you land that next role you're looking for next year. Also, let me know in the comments what you're seeing as far as hiring is concerned right now in your market. And if you like this video and want to see more career-related content like this, make sure to hit the like button to let me know, and also make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new videos as soon as they're released. Thanks so much for watching. Happy Thanksgiving if you're celebrating, and I'll see you in the next video.